or get
Very
a
good morning.
what's that called? Fascinator.
Okay,
You get your
let's do it.
fascinators on. Get your fascinators on.
Okay, a very good morning to everyone. We need to skip. Good morning, Safkanti.
Good morning.
I think I
Morning.
just do my best.
Hmm.
Okay,
Morning.
I missed my SAE for today. Sorry. So, this morning, I received a message from Twila's daughter that she won't be with us anymore. But I believe Twila, with her energy, she will want us to continue our life and continue our meeting. And she was the person that with a bit high energy. She want us to be sad for so long.
Mhm.
So let's cherish her and let's have our meeting for today. And forever, Twila will be with us. So today, last week, when I volunteer myself to be a Toastmaster of the day, actually I want to give the theme of unfulfilled dreams because we still have 1 month to go to fulfill our dreams in 2023 because we are going to go for 2024. But I never know that I will need to give this theme unfulfilled dreams to meet one of the person that I really love, which is Twila Stout. And today I need to tell everyone, and I believe that everyone is in shock about her passing.
Indeed.
I wish actually, as nobody know, even in California, I'm still looking for her friends or whoever in California to tell me that yes, Twila is no more. And until today, until now, I haven't received any news from the people from the US side. And I still hope to have suddenly she just messaged me, "Hi, I'm still around." Or maybe she will just message, "Hi, Eliza, this is Yosemite Park that we will go together." But because the daughter was the one who told me, and she gave me the approval to share the poster, so she will stay only in our heart forever. I hope it will be a April Fool, but looks like it's not going to be April Fool. We need to live with that. I'm very happy. Like what Joel told me, we need to see the best thing that Twila left for all of us. Her spirit, her energy, and all the positive that she left to all of us. And from all the people that I knew that messaged me, Twila always leave everything, good things about everyone, and she always touch everybody's. Even the people that she will just message and tell me that, this person is very sweet. So I know all the people in friendly speaking in District 33, even from the battle speakers and all her clubs around the world, because she has something good to tell about others. And that's what Twila becomes so special in our heart. So today, Twila is actually one of our speakers. And I tell everyone that I'm not going to change her name because we are going to have the remembrance for her. But I believe Twila also wants us to continue our journey as Toastmaster. With that, we will continue our meeting. We will have an educational moment if Alvin can do it. I believe that Alvin is here. Alvin, can I invite you to give the educational moment? Alvin?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
We calendar how many minutes I have? Is it 1 to 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
All right. Thank you so much, Eliza. Uh, can I share my screen? Thank you. So, all right. Uh, Good evening, good morning, everyone. It's me, Alvin. I will share about you about speak without words, which is the art of body language. Speak without words. Imagine that we can actually talk with body language. Like we can talk with eyes. I'm a football player. Sometimes I cannot talk every time in when I'm playing football. I can use my eyes. Hey, okay, okay. I use my eyes. And here are three types of body language. First is gesture, and next facial expression and movement. Three main part of body language. So let's talk about gestures. There are four types of gestures. The first is descriptive. Descriptive can be about describing how many points. Like I have 4 points to share. The first is descriptive, empathic, representative, and prompting. That's example. And empathic is showing your feelings, like nodding your head. It can be shared in an active listening style, or put your hand here that you understand the feeling of your friends. And also representative, you represent an act like putting down an object, raising up, and prompting like any question to ask someone to do something. And words can only convey so much, but with body language, you can speak volumes without saying a word. Imagine what can you do with that. The benefits of body language that verbal content, based on research that only 7%, tone of voice is 38%, body language is 55%. So imagine, body language is already about half of the any speech. And the power of body language, it emphasizes the main point of a speech, and we can make it purposeful. And we can also watch for unconscious movement that is not necessary, like pacing or playing with coins in pocket, or fidgeting jewelry, or clutching the lectern. All right, and consider the venue. If the venue is larger, you need more movement. All right, and thank you for considering the power of body language, and let's communicate with confidence and authenticity. Let's use our body language for tonight's speech. All right, back to you, Eliza.
Thank you very much, Alvin. And now let's go to our counter grammarian and word of the day by our Joseph Skoda.
Good morning, world. Good morning, South County presenters. Very touching. We can make a difficult word. We can make one that's too simple, but we need to make one that's touching today. And that's the word of the day, touching. Not necessarily physical, but someone that touches our heart. And I'm going to use touching and use that as a word of the day. So every one of us can think about different ways that Eliza touched our lives. So touch. In addition, I'll be listening to the other words that do not belong. Sometimes touching doesn't belong, but today it does. I'll be listening for the you knows, the so's, the ums, the ers, the does. I'll be listening for Jesse Oakley's I. And I'll report that somewhere at the end of the meeting. So with that being said, touching. I think touching, relationship, loving is what I'm going for today. Back to you, ma'am, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Joseph. So I hope that everyone can use the word of the day, touching. And the timer will be Uniati. For our speaker one is going to be Twila, but she is not here. So Joel will give a little remembrance for Twila, little bit of prayers, and also 2 minutes of silence to remember of Twila. So Joel, please help take the stage.
May I check the timing? Is Joel
speech about 3 minutes?
Yeah, my speech will be 3 minutes and silence will be 2 minutes.
Okay, sure.
Okay. As we all gather together in remembrance of our beloved Twila, she touched my heart. So can we have 2 minutes of remembrance of silence, please? The timer, please give a 2-minute sign.
Minutes up.
Thank you. I'm going to share with you about Twyla, how she affected and helped me in my Toastmaster growth. Twyla Stout came into my life when I joined Stout County Presenters. That's where I met her. She was an excellent Toastmaster. She gave me the oomph, gave me the ideas to how to make the speech better, how to use my gestures more effectively. By her determination, she had changed me. She gave me a reason to finally pursue my DTM and achieve it. My walk with her has been about 3.5 years. She came into my life in July of 2020, and she left us yesterday. I belong to another club that where Twyla started her Toastmaster career. That was Sunrise Toastmasters in District 33. But she belonged to many different clubs. 17 is from what we recollect, that Twyla was a member of 17 different clubs. Clubs in Singapore, clubs in United Kingdom, England, and in Wales, and many clubs across the country in the United States, predominantly in California. That's where she resided. She was a Southern lady that had moved to California at a young age. She told us about her married life and about the airplane and her husband that she had. She had, I believe, 2 kids that she's left behind. And she has enjoyed the company of many pets and dogs. She loved being involved. And often we saw her with a Coke can, the soft drink that she cherished. She never complained about any health issues. So she lived a complete life. We need to look at it from Twila, how she was able to enjoy her life to the moments and have pets that gave her company in her home and also in other people's homes. She was going to different types of dogs and cats and grooming them and being company to them while their owners had a break from their pets. With that, I'd like to return the control back to our Toastmaster of the day. Back to you,
Thank you very much, Joe.
Eliza.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate for your thought about Twila. And thank you very much for our past international president, Richard Ipek, who are also in the room. And we are going to have a second speaker, which is also Joel. But Joel, do you mind if we skip this and let's have a few words about Twila as a remembrance, and we are going to have the table topic for that. Are you okay for that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So, Tamami, I think you can lead the table topic and ask people to share about Twila and remembrance about 30 to 1 minute, because we have a lot of friends here who are to remember about Twila. Tamami, can you
Yes.
take it over?
Thank you. Thank you, Eliza. In remembrance of Twila, I would like each of you to give 30 seconds speech about how Twila has touched your heart, or thank you message to Twila. I will go from, how do I go about this? May I just say the names and go around the screen? Can we go from Eliza?
You give me a very big. This is a hard job. Twila touched my life for so many ways. And she was the one who made me so special in Toastmasters. And she was the one who always be there for me when I really down. We are gathered in South County, and I joined South County. One of the reasons is because of Twila. And last week, we had a table topic from Vanessa, and Vanessa asked, who was the first person that made me feel welcome in South County? And I said a family. And if I know Twila will leave us, I would say that it would be Twila. I hope that I think she met my mom and they are talking about me now. I love you, Twila. You are always missed. Thank you.
Thank you. I check again with the timing. Is it 30 seconds or 1 minute?
30 to 1 minute.
30 seconds? Okay.
30 seconds to 1 minute, please.
Okay, sure. Next, Jesse.
Fellow Toastmasters, my name is Jesse Oakley III, and I'm the International Director for Region 2. But before that, I served as District Governor 2012 to 2013 for District 33 Toastmasters, back when District 33 consisted of Central California, Ventura County, and Southern Nevada. I traveled different parts of the district, and when I go to California to any event, whether it be in Merced, Modesto, Bakersfield, or in Ventura County or East or Central Coast, there's that one smile I look forward to. And that one smile was Twila Stout. When I think of Twila, I think of her good-hearted nature. I think of her kindness. I think of her supportive environment. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be a new Toastmaster. You could be a seasoned leader. It could be anybody. You can always rely on Twila's heartfelt, heart-touching, and heartwarming kindness. And that has transcended not only to District 33, not only to Southern Nevada, but also the rest of the world. When I found out about what happened yesterday, I was shocked. I was brokenhearted. And now I feel a sense of comfort because Twila is with some great people that have been Toastmasters in the past. And what was down here, well, I can always say that Twila will be missed, but she will always be in our heads and in our hearts. So she left a good legacy for everybody. I say thank you, Twila. Love you. And you'll never be forgotten. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. Next, Debbie, would you give your
Yes,
message?
yes. Twila and I were a team. I don't even remember where I met her, but in my year as program quality director, she was appointed the fun chairman. And she came up, she even had a great speech at one of our trainings, how to make meetings fun. And the one story that I can tell that just made me fall on the floor and laugh was Twila telling me about going to Bahrain, virtually, of course, and she's in her 80s. And she said she won a belly dancing contest. And I go, what? How did that work? So just imagine an 80-year-old woman, just confident, having fun. She won this contest amongst other competitors. I don't know who they were, but that is the kind of living. I always think, how do I want to live my life? And Twila is exactly the example that I would use. You live until you die. I'm going to miss Twila, but I'm going to celebrate her for the rest of my life.
Thank you, Debbie. Next, Richard, please.
Well, thank you. I'm not going to be able to turn on my camera due to my location, unfortunately. I met Twila on the world tour, as I've met many of you. And it was always interesting to see her there. She would always pop up in the corner of the screen. I would always see her. And she brought with her that unique style in the way she spoke, whether it was a table topics question or just in general conversation. She had a unique voice that you could always tell was Twila. And when she spoke, she always had a level of excitement that seemed to bring everybody up in the room. That's a unique characteristic of any individual, to be able to put yourself in a situation where you can lighten the mood, bring the celebration with you wherever you are, and just want to have fun in general. And I think that is something that Twila shared with all of us in the times that we've met her, and the one thing that we will continue to remember about her for the rest of our days. Back to you.
Thank you, Richard. Mark? Mark?
I wasn't sure if there might not be another Mark in the meeting, so
Oh, sorry.
quite a turnout. Big group, 31 people. It's pretty impressive. to speak something to the person we're talking about, who was an exceptional person and always a welcome speaker in any club. This club or another club I belong to, a good example for new members. Energy, kind of bubbly, and a great addition to a Toastmasters meeting. I only learned yesterday that she was sick. It's hard not to learn a lot from her. Well, I can't put it into words right now, but I know I have. If, if nothing else, that make every day count. We just recently had a holiday in this country called Thanksgiving. I try to be thankful for every day. Not some more than others, but we'll miss her. That's for sure. It's not something anyone was looking forward to. Rest in peace, Twila.
Thank you, Mark. Next, Maura.
Fellow Toastmasters, and in particular Twila, I know that you are listening to us tonight. I want to thank the people who invited me to be here because it is an honor. And I just want to say to you from my heart, from my soul, from my mind, that when I met you for the first time, you put a smile on people, you put energy, you give happiness, you give everything you have. And tonight, here, you're teaching us how to live life. Yes, you not only love humans, also you love animals. We love fashion. I feel that you are more similar to any of my daughters or my mom. And I believe strongly that you are inherent, because there are very few people who bring this energy. How many times somebody needs to die to remind us how to live? I believe that she will be here with us. She will say, smile, be happy, let us celebrate. But sometimes for humans it's so hard because we are grieving. But we need to understand that today is her day. It's Twila days. Back to you.
Thank you, Maura. Yes, we need to smile for her. Yes. Next, Francesca.
Well, I just found out about Twila. I always checked with what was happening in Toastmasters. And I was in shock. No, this can't be true. She's such a vivacious, energetic person, and she was always prepared. You called on her for whatever. She had it right at her fingertips, somewhere over there. You wanted a joke? She got it. You wanted a speech? I'll do it. Whatever there was, Twila was always ready. I was in shock. She was in such fabulous shape. She took care of herself, and she was always ready for everything in life. We will all miss Twila. She's so wonderful. Thank you for giving me this time to remember Twila. I turn it back to you.
Thank you, Francesca. Yes, we'll miss Twila. Next, Chief.
Good morning, Toastmasters and our guests. I've been in Toastmasters since June of 2023. Wow. And I was touched by Twila's energy immediately when I joined the club. Today, and start the whole week I was preparing to evaluate Twila's speech today. I remember last week that she was slotted to give a speech, but she was a little bit under the weather, but she still stayed on the net with us and she still was communicating with us, although she lost her voice. I always enjoyed Twila's speeches. She just had so much energy. Twila gave me some advice, and she seen I was very nervous when I started my first speech. And she said, remember this, Chief, riot. I said, what's riot? She said, R means relax, I mean it's, O means only, and T means Toastmaster. Relax, it's only Toastmasters. That meant a lot to me, and I'll always remember them words. I would like Twila to rest in heaven. She was my Toastmaster sister. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Chief. Next, Joseph, please.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. I've known Twila about 8 or 9 years now. And I met her at contests all over California. And actually, I had lunch with her 3 times this year alone. I remember last year, maybe a couple of years ago, when I think it's the 84th birthday. And she had it at a place in Merced, California called The Mansion. And it was a whodunit. It was a mystery theater. So she dressed up like a flapper girl. I dressed up like Sherlock Holmes. Everyone dressed, maybe 20 or 30 of us in this place, all dressed up. And we're all having snacks from different parts of the world they had set up for us. And someone's laying on the floor. And we all had to decide who done it. And it was pretty exciting. She didn't do it. I didn't do it. I'm not sure who. I think Maria Azevedo did it. But anyways, it was a fun time. And she does that to all of us. And many of you remember 6 months ago when she was in her hospital bed in the hospital, in the gown and everything on the meeting. They had the camera up. She's always on the camera. And I've even met with her up in Morro Bay, which is 2 hours north of me, and down south in Moore Park, another 2.5 hours south of me, and different events she's going to. And always excited because she's always been babysit or dog sitting, cat sitting, fish sitting. I think she even sat for a bird once. And just all people would call her. And very excited because she always had something to share. Lots of energy. We love her. We miss her. And she touched all of our lives in a special way.
Thank you, Joseph. Yes, she's the most energetic person I've ever met. Next, Arnie.
Thank you, Tamami. I haven't known Twila for long, but she touched me. I'm sorry. She told me last week that she doesn't like being the slightest unwell and being really sick. She just tried to sleep it away. She was a really strong lady. I admire her energy. And I was wishing to know her more and to learn from her more. But I wish now she's in a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, Arnie. Next, Lada.
Hello, everybody. Twila was my friend. She was my fellow playmate. She was my cohort in so many of my toasty adventures. She would show up for my Play Fly Toasty World Tour, and she was in 200%, whatever I was doing. She had more sparkly joy and play and love and more spunk than Toasties half her age, right? She always danced when I was dancing. And Debbie, you got it right. My favorite memory of her was when I was doing the belly dance contest in Saudi Arabia. And I called her, literally, I dreamt it up the day before. I texted her. I didn't call. I texted her and I said, hey, would you do it? She's like, of course. I said, make up a name, make up a story. So her story, I don't remember the name because it was such an odd name, but I have to look it up again. But the story was that she would dance and practice her belly dancing in the backyard for the cats of the neighborhood. And they would all be howling and meowing at her. She was great. And Ram, where are you? Ram is here. I just saw him, right? He was a fellow contestant. Come on, give me a little belly for Twila. Everyone give a little belly dance for Twila, everybody. She was fantastic. She was voted in as the best. Oh, and whatever I dreamed up, she was in there for me without hesitation. Blindfold, hats, whatever I said, she ran and got it. It was right there. She was a woman of grace as well, a woman of elegance, and whenever anyone needed any help, she was there. She shared her wisdom of life freely and loved and lived well. I hope when I grow up, I could be like Twila. And I know that she's up there somewhere right now, attending Toasties with all the other angels, sipping her Coca-Cola and looking at all of us and saying, all is well, guys. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm causing problems up here already. And I looked up her name and what it means in the Urban Dictionary, and she's going to like this one. Smoking hot woman, a bit crazy at times, emotional, loyal, honest, fun-loving, and creative. And in Hebrew, the meaning is light in dark places, which is so true, and morning star, which she was of South County. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lada. Yeah, I saw Twila's dancing too. It was great. Next, Artie.
Hey everybody, I don't turn on my video because my eyes are swollen. This morning when Eliza posted the sad news, I was in denial. I felt like it was 2019 when I first heard that my mom passed away. I was in denial and I was looking on the wall. And people were coming into the office, they said, asking me, hey Artie, are you okay? And I said, of course I'm okay. And then suddenly, one of my office mates said, no, you're not okay. Look at your face in the mirror. And tears started falling. I told Eliza in my comment that I will not cry. But it's so hard not to show your emotions when someone as sweet and dear as Twila will no longer be with us forever. You know what's so good about Twila is, in this age, in this modern age where we just communicate through social media, everybody posts on their activities. But Twyla, whenever she sees a post of mine, especially about my dear Ella Jasmine, or about anything under the sun that I post about my achievements, she always has something to say. And she would send a note. She would always exchange messages with me. And that's how it all started. That short hi, hello of Twyla, it all started there. And I remember how my mom was so endearing, how caring, and how thoughtful. That's how Twila was. And I will always remember that. I will never forget you, Twila. And I hope that everybody could visit her wall. I created a poem for her. And Twila, I know you're listening. I know you can hear us. Twila, we love you. I love you. And I told already my dear Ella that you're gone. And she's been asking me, where did she go? And I said, she's asleep. And one day, the second coming of Jesus, she will wake up and we will be all together in heaven. Thank you, Twila. Thank you for the sweet memories. I will never forget you. I will never forget you, Twila, and I love you so much. Thank you, Tamami.
Thank you, Artie. Next, Mike.
Hi, good morning, good evening. In cherished memory of Miss Twila, whose presence brought light into our life. I mean, the echoes of her laughter and the warmth of her spirit lingers on in our life. Rest in peace. Well, I got to know Twila in July 31st, 2022 through Eliza and in South County, where I did a couple of my speeches. And when we have our meetings in Singapore, she's always there to support us despite being 4 a.m. in the morning in California. And she never failed to impress me with her energy and her radiant smile, and she illuminates the room. There's something that we're going to miss. And recently, while I was in Korea having my holiday with my wife, she even complimented us. Wow, that scarf looks perfectly nice on your wife. And that was on 16 November. And when this morning, simple time, when Eliza wrote that message, I thought Eliza was kidding. I said, Eliza, please don't kid around with these things. She said, no, Mike, it's real. I got this from the daughter. I'm really out of words, even though I know her less than a year, or maybe a year plus, but she never failed to impress me with her lovely smile. And I'll miss you, Miss Twila. Just like the song Alan Jackson, you can always come home. And it goes, spread your wings. Don't be afraid to try. World can be hard. You're going to live a little before you die. Oh, we'll miss you, Tyler. Love you.
Thank you, Mike. Next, Aziza. Am I pronouncing
hello.
correct?
Yeah. And so I cannot open my camera because my eyes are so swollen. So Twila is always touching my heart, especially when I knew first her from Eliza, and I texting her in the messengers and said, I really would like to invite you to join our meetings. And she tries so hard to join our club meetings. And after that, she always showing off how much she loved the California. And I think she is the country lady who like to with pretty much like cowboy things. And the one thing that I like from her, she's really kind, and serving is, I think this is her priority, because she always like enjoying her time and being a nanny of all of her dogs at home. And yeah, it's kind of a little thing that enlightening you wherever you are, even though that you're alone, even though that you're have no friend. There always a light between us. And she's that kind of person. She even comments all of my posts in my social media and sharing. Fabulous, amazing. So thank you, Twila. And no matter where you are, thank you so much. And you always in our heart, always. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Janet.
It's a sad day for all of us, but a touching tribute to Twila that we can remember her so fondly. And in her honor, I'm going to read a poem by an unknown author. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and very dear. In the spirit of the meeting, unfulfilled dreams as the theme, I feel that we probably concur that Twila lived life to the fullest. And though she had dreams on her list, on her bucket list, the fact we can take solace in the fact that she took advantage of every moment to have fun and to spread goodwill in the world, especially in the Toastmaster realm. I was so happy to get to know her and was looking forward to meeting her in person. Some things that stand out were her advocacy work, her mentorship of others, her willingness to do any role and to take on any fun adventure that came her way, whether it be a themed birthday party or doing something during a meeting or attending a special Toastmaster event. She had a jam-packed schedule and is certainly an example to all of us that we should fulfill our dreams. Dear Twila, you will be missed. We love you, Twila. Back to you.
Thank you, Janet. Next, Kim.
Thank you to Mommy. It is indeed a privilege and honor to meet Twila, even though it's online in World Travelers Club. She's a lady with so much energy. She's encouraging, and she loves everybody around her. I like those little messages that she drops to me and to, I think, many of you here in Facebook when she see one of our posts, and she will give us feedback, and she will encourage us, and she will tell us to keep going. And one of the messages that she amazed me was, I think in May 2013, she wrote and said she hiked up to the top of this waterfall, Rocky Path in Yosemite. And I was like, oh my God. I mean, she's in her 80s and she has the energy to climb up to the waterfall. And I say, wow, what an inspiration this woman is. To be able to do that at her age. From that itself, I can see that she lived life to the fullest, not only surrounded by friends and people that she loved, but also by her spirit of adventure. If I could live like I could, if I could be like her at her age, that would have been a dream. Twila, we loved you and we're gonna really miss you. You have been such an inspiration and encouragement to all of us, and I'm definitely going to miss that part of you. Thank you very much. Back to you, Tamami.
Thank you, Kim. Next, Kathy.
Thank you, Tamami. Like everyone, but most of us, I get to know Twila through symphony, and when we started the club in WTC, that's when I really saw her in action. Well, you always see her with the dogs that she's pet sitting, the can of Coke, the many hats that she wore during the meetings. She's the full of energy that we all are looking forward to see ourselves there in when we are at that age. And like one of the mottos, I believe, we don't waste time sleeping because there's so many things to do. And end of the day, we have to enjoy life, love ourselves, love the people around us. And I guess how she touched every one of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Next, Sriram.
Hello, everyone. It's a solemn moment for us. I met Twila only once. Eliza invited me to World Toastmasters meeting, and all I remember in that meeting was just Twila's infectious smile and the way she greeted me and she called me into the meeting. Nothing else I remember from that meeting except Twila. That was my only time I met Twila. I'm an example before you how a small acquaintance or a small meeting can leave a profound impact. I can see the void that many of us are experiencing. At this moment, it just reminds me of what Benjamin Franklin once said: "Well done is better than well said." And Twila's life is a classic example of everything well done. Twila, wherever you are, continue your infectious smile and always keep cheering for us until we meet on the other side. Thank you.
Thank you, Sriram. Next, Uniati. Uni. Sorry. I think Uniati, yeah. The timer. I got your name from
Still muted.
Okay. Arnie. Yeah.
I'll be your timer for you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I was so touched and I was honored when 2 weeks ago, Twila asked me to be her evaluator. She's an esteemed Toastmaster who active in many clubs for many years, and she asked me to be her evaluator. I'm looking forward. I've been touched by her life. She always be bubbly, always a lot of idea, so humorous, so bring brightness to the meeting. And how she live her life to the fullest. She's still active in her age. I was thinking, if I'm growing old, I want to be like her. Twila, you leave so many good example. Thank you for touching my life in some ways. Goodbye and see you again. Back to you.
Thank you, Uniati. We have Sajini.
Thank you, Tamami. Twila, Twila, where are you, Twila? You are now in all our hearts. We love you all so much. You communicated with me on Messenger, invited me to so many of your meetings, open houses, asked me to support your clubs which were going through a difficult time when you did the open house, in the virtual open house. But I'm so sorry, Twila, because of the time difference, I was having difficulty in making to those meetings. Twila, you have always been such a good friend. Though we did not communicate as much as I would have loved to, but you have certainly made a difference in each and every one of our hearts and lives. You will always be remembered, I'm sure, by all of us. Whenever we have our meetings, your name will definitely come up. And Twila, I shall always love you and miss you. Bye, Twila.
Thank you, Sajni. Thank you, everyone, for your messages to Twila. I'm sure she has heard your messages. I met Twila in World Toastmasters Club and then in South County Presenters. And I can just recall her face and her voice, just as if she's right here. She has impacted me and influenced me a lot. She was always ready, as you always said. I liked her speeches about her pets and her boss at the library. Her speeches was always interesting and inspiring and led me to smile. It's just hard to really understand that she's not here. But I think we should, we love her, and let's be with her and keep up with our Toastmasters. Back to you, Eliza.
Thank you very much, Tamami, and thank you very much for everyone for the wonderful message for Twila. I believe Twila is here because all of you know, right? Twila didn't like to miss the Toastmaster meeting.
Yeah.
And we have one of the best friend of Twila that haven't spoke. Maria. Maria, are you there? Maria?
Yes, I'm here. And thank you. I loved hearing everybody's messages today. She was a spark plug for sure. And I'm going to miss her a lot. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Maria. So, I also know some of the Twila's friend in District 33 through Twila, because Twila is she is the person that like to connect with others, and she will be the bridge to each other. And all of you know that Twila was sick for 2 weeks, and during her sickness, she also still messaged me and give me a task. Help me with the Canva, you help with the area director in Division F. And I was like, if you are sick, you just take care of yourself. But she gave me a few tasks that I need to help a few members in District 33. So even Twila is a person that will never stop doing a good thing. And she will just keep on walking. And one time she told me that, Eliza, don't sleep too much because life is too short and too beautiful to miss. So continue walking. She will always be missed by all of us. And South County World Travelers sunrise won't be as warm as before, but I believe all of us still have each other. We still need to continue our journey. I believe Twila wants us to have her own legacy, and we need to continue bring and impact more people. So with that, Joseph, do I need to call you for the
Closing.
So
everyone did
like
perfect.
Yeah.
Everyone's speech was touching. Everyone done perfect. Heartfelt. Very touching.
We lost the glue, but I hope we still have connect and still work together for Toastmaster and impact for everyone, and spread the joy, love, and smile of Twila. So with that, I adjourn this meeting. Anybody wants to give before I close?
Can we
And
do
we
it
have
there?
we have our PQD from District 80. Hakim, you want to say? Yeah, Hakim.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak. Very good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. In fact, the District 80 trio, together with our region advisor, was together at the same table this morning when we learned about the news of Twila's passing. And for a moment, we were all quiet and surprised. And immediately we begin to reminisce and miss all the many beautiful things that she had left us with. Our district director Swana remembered of the vines, the grapevines around Twila's home, and how she walked quite a distance to go to the nearest store for her daily supplies, and how we were all inspired by the kind of energy and the kind of vibrancy that she lived her life. Certainly, Twila left us her legacy. She left us her smile. She left us her vibrance, which I hope we will continue to enliven in the various meetings. She was a cherished member of World Travelers Toastmasters Club, a club in our district. We will certainly miss her, but I know that she has impacted so many of us in many different ways, and that's how she will continue to live on with all of us. We grieve together with all her friends from all around the world. We have certainly lost someone, but we did not lose everything, because she left us with some things we can carry on with. Thank you so much, Eliza, for this chance to speak.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Hakim, and everyone. Yeah, I believe that yesterday I look at this book when I clean my room, and this was given by Twila. And she told me about all her family and all the contact number. And I was like, what is this book for? And now I know why I had this book. Because she don't want me to lose contact with everyone from her family. So we are looking forward and waiting for all the news from Terry about her funerals and everything. I will let all of you know. Please keep on praying for her next journey. I think she will charter more clubs than us then in heaven. Yeah. So maybe she's also going to have a daily pencil, and we will have a region advisor or region, we have a new region in upstairs maybe. Yeah, I don't know. So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Arnie, I'm not going to talk about next week. Please find your role holders next week we will find later. We are not in the mood of finding a role holders for next meeting. So thank you very much, everyone. Francesca, do you know that you are now with Twila is no more? You are our mother in South County. That's what I feel, me and Arnie. Yeah, so we will miss you. And friendly speaking, me and Arnie was talking about Twila before I know about her news. And after that, both of us just feel like we want to fly and hug you. Seriously.